Peepsy Doodles. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my new herbal shelf that I got for my kitchen, and I am so excited. If you guys remember before, I'll put a picture here. My old shelf was, it was great for the small amount of time that it actually worked for the things I had, but then once I started getting more stuff, I just couldn't keep everything on it. So I've been looking for something else to be able to hold all of my tinctures and oils and herbs and magical things that I would be using in the kitchen, teas, but also having it be like witchy, aesthetically pleasing. And I found this shelf on Amazon, and it is life. So I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of my shelf. So excited. So here is the shelf. I'm sideways, so I can't really like get the whole thing. Yay, so excited. I don't remember if I showed you guys or not, but we just redid all of our floors in November. So that, don't mind my trim, that's still not up. We still have trim all over that has to be put up. It's fine. Anyway, so this is my new witchy shelf. It's over here in the corner, right where my other one was. It's 5 tiers. They're almost 2 feet wide by almost a foot deep. I am so in love with it. This is kind of like a wrought iron shelving with, this isn't actual wood. It's like that, like wood. I don't remember what that stuff's called. It's like that. I don't know, that whatever, that cheaper stuff that like looks like wood, but it's actually like really sturdy. Each shelf holds up to 50 pounds. So you can put up to 250 pounds on this thing. Not that I need that much, but I absolutely love it. So I'm going to just show you guys what I got going on. So up here, as of right now, this is my herb of the month shelf. I got my very first herb of the month box through Herbal Revolution. I'll put a link down below if any of you guys are interested. Dandelion was the herb for April. The one for May is nettles. I think I'm skipping that box, but the next one is rose. So I'm really excited for that one. But basically what they give you is a booklet with all kinds of recipes and instructions and what you can use the herb for. There's this adorable little, boop. Thanks for your order and support from Herbal Revolution. They give you, this is a flower essence that they already made, and then they give you a bottle and some of the root in order to make your very own tincture. Oops, let me put this back. And then they also give you dandelion root and dandelion leaf to kind of make your own things. And so like I said, there's recipes and stuff in there for you to make. So yeah, I just kind of figured that I would display all of that up there until I get a new herb of the month. And then these are lavender that I dried from my garden last year. And so they still are gorgeous and purple because I dried them upside down. So I have those up there, and then my little housewarming candle that one of the girls from work got for me. So next shelf, this is all of the herbs that I use a lot for teas. So I've got lavender and spearmint, rosemary is back here. Elderberries I use for elderberry syrup, but can also be used in teas. Red raspberry leaf when I was preggers, but it's very good for any kind of womanly issues. Chamomile for my daughter. I am unfortunately allergic to it, like I would be for ragweed because it's in the ragweed family, but it's wonderful for kids. So she uses it when she has stomach issues. This is plantain. I have to put it, or I have to make a nice label for it, but that was harvested out of my yard last year. So this is Mother Lovin' Tea, which I have the rest of it down here. And this was also from Herbal Revolution. So tells exactly what to do. It's got nettle, raspberry leaf, tulsi, lemon balm, milky oats, rose petals, and mint. So I bought that for postpartum. So that's there. And then this is I showed you guys, this is my Plant Spirit Oracle tea that came with my Plant Spirit Oracle deck. I did a review on this in a different video last year. And these are all my goodies from the Witch's Guide. Feather, she is absolutely amazing. She is who I do my Green Witch Living course through. Excuse me, oh my God. So some of this is for teas, some of this is for incense. All of it is just for magical use. So lemon balm is it was for tea until I started growing my own. So I'll use that until I have my own that I can, you know, do goodies with. Got catnip back here, peppermint that I use a ton of, hibiscus, cinnamon, star anise, mugwort, and skullcap. And then I got some Arabic gum resin for incense. Next shelf, these are all like herbal goodnesses that I have either gathered myself or oils and tinctures that I have going. So these are bark and twigs from tamarack trees, which the Native Americans in my area, my husband is Native, and so, you know, there's a lot of Native tradition up here, and the tamaracks are used quite a bit. Ghost beech leaves. So these are leaves that you'll notice in the wintertime that there are leaves that are still on some of the trees. Those are beech trees, and you can actually use the leaves for like face washes and different stuff like that. Birch bark for spell paper. Dandelion leaves that I harvested last year. Dandelion root that I harvested last year. Violets that I harvested last year. I was going to use them for teas. There just wasn't very many of them, so I'm mostly keeping them for magical purposes. My calendula that I got out of my garden last year. Great for home remedies for skin. I know that these are something, but I didn't label them. So these will most likely get thrown out. I'm pretty sure that these were lilies that my daughter gifted me from the store. The thing that are hard with getting flowers and keeping the petals from the store, it's one thing to keep them for like magical purposes, but if you're going to use them for like medicinal purposes, you really need to make sure that anything that they didn't spray pesticides on them or anything like that, which a lot of times they do. So these were just kept for magical purposes. These, oh my God, these are the cones for tamarack trees, and they are my absolute favorite. Look at them. They look like little roses. Aren't they so sweet? I love them. So I kept those for magical purposes and for burning in incense because I absolutely love the way they look. And then these are dandelion flowers from last year. Now, a lot of this stuff, actually almost all of, for sure, all of this is pretty much from last year because I did a lot of it and then got pregnant and never went through and bottled it. So this is a tamarack tincture. This has been going for over a year, but it's not molding because it's got 100 proof vodka in it. So, you know, I could strain this or use this at any point and it would still be good because that acts as a preservative. Dandelion oil from last year. I'd have to see about that one. I'll probably just make a new one this year. But dandelion oil is amazing to use in salves for dry skin, especially people that work outside in the garden or just have outdoor jobs. Making a salve out of dandelions is amazing. And these are my feminine and masculine oils that I made for my Green Witch Living course. So these are just for magical use. So these can I can either keep all the stuff in there or I can strain them at any time and keep them and they will be for magical use. So my masculine oil has rosemary, ginger, and carnelian, and my feminine has raspberry leaf, which I harvested from outside, mugwort, and moonstone. And then these two here are my lavender oils that I started in January that I keep saying that I'm getting ready to turn into salves, because we used all of, actually this is all that I have left of my, I ended up melting it down and turning it into a little, putting it in a lips or a chapstick bottle, because it's easier to rub on that way, whether you're using it for chapstick, or I have another one that I use for like actually rubbing on under noses when you have a cold, or rubbing it on boo-boos or whatever. So, but that's pretty much all I have left, because I keep melting it down and putting it in smaller containers. So these are both lavender oils that I just have to strain. And so I'm hoping to do a video on that once I turn them into salves. So that's that shelf. This shelf is kind of a bit of a catch-all until I figure out exactly what I want to do with it. This is just the strainer to my new, oh my gosh, my new tea mug that I got. Honey, for not only when I was making elderberry syrup, but now I use it when my daughter has a cough in the middle of the night. That's just, like I said, the rest of my tea. I'm waiting for the lid for that to dry so I can put that away. Different tea strainers. This is like my all-time favorite caffeinated tea. It's ginger mint. And so when I need that little bit of pick-me-up, it's got green tea, ginger, spearmint, peppermint, and green tea extract. Love it. And then I also have ginger and lemongrass. Ginger, lemongrass, mints are all like my freaking jam. This is the bottle of the eggshell protection blend. I did a video on that last year that we sprinkled all over our property, so we'll probably do that again this year. And then I've just got like some cheesecloth back here for when I strain all my bottles, my little Nessie tea strainer, and beeswax for when I make my salves. And then down here is just my Green Witch Living book. So yeah, that is my herbal shelf. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. I am absolutely loving it. It just brings such an amazing energy to my kitchen now. You know, before I had that little wire rack, which was perfect until I started getting more things. And of course I went on to the witchesguide.com and I just ordered some more teas to try, because I'm really starting to get back into teas now that I'm not pregnant anymore. I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things as far as teas. So, because I was really worried about what I could and couldn't have herbal wise while I was pregnant. So I'm slowly getting back into my teas, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I have more of those coming. So I went and bought a whole bunch more mason jars, but it's just so nice because I have all this room. So it's like everything's really spread out right now, but I could very easily condense stuff to make a ton more room. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned. Like I said, as soon as I decide to turn my lavender into a salve, I'm going to do a whole video on that and a whole how-to, because I absolutely love my lavender salve. So I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you soon. Bye.